Gonna keep that vibe. Rubber side down.
You alright, ladies and gents? How's it going? This video is not really for all my viewers. It's mainly for the viewers that do motovlogs themselves. So if that doesn't interest you, feel free to turn off, because it's all about the video quality. On motovlog.com, one of the members, Scooterworth, who I'll link to at the end of the video, asked me to do a run through on a method of improving your video quality on YouTube. Now, generally speaking, 1080-60 is absolutely fantastic, but once you shove that on tube reviews, they have a habit of compressing it, and on a motorbike you're in a high bitrate environment, especially along English country roads, and that can cause some issues down on the sides of the video where it just looks awful. It looks awful, yet on the real video that you create it's absolutely fine. It is because of this that I started using 2.7K for my videos, and that works really well. One, I'm getting a much better video quality from my camera, but also YouTube uses a different codec to encode 2.7K videos and 4K videos than it does on the 1080 stuff, and that is why you get the bad quality on your 1080s. The trouble with using 2.7K, or even worse 4K, is that it really drains your battery, and it also uses up your memory cards pretty damn quickly too. So to get around this, we've got to trick YouTube. We've got to trick YouTube that your 1080 footage is actually 2.7K or 4K, and this means that your videos will then upload with a higher bitrate due to it using the different codec, and it's awesome. I've not massively experimented with it myself, because like I say, I've been using 2.7K, but I am very tempted to switch down to this method, as I think it will really help me on my longer journeys get that extra juice out of the batteries. So I'm just going to run through how we do that. First things first, you need to get your camera set up so that it's recording in 1080. I like Super View, or at least I do when I'm on my head cam, and 60 FPS is an absolute must. What's going on here? So yeah, set your camera up, get it on 1080 with 60 frames per second, and Super View if that's what you prefer. I think it looks better that way. Now what you want to do is make your video, like I'm doing right now. Video making! Woohoo! So off you go, toodle along, and create yourself a fun little video at 1080p. What we're going to see here, when this is rendered at 1080, on YouTube that is loads of nasty blockage on the sides as we go through all these leaves and trees. The trees above your head will look blooming awful, as the leaves will all pixelate and look nasty. But because we are now going to render this video at 2.7K, we can trick the YouTube into thinking that it's a much better bitrate video. I believe actually the bitrate that YouTube gives for 2.7K is roughly what GoPro records at for 1080. So don't massively see much benefit in rendering at 4K, although some of you who have practiced with this in the past may be able to tell me differently. It's the same codec for 2.7K as it is for the 4K stuff. So you're not, in my opinion, getting any extra bitrate than you're recording in native by going higher than the 2.7K. But someone else might know better on that. So once you've edited your video, what you need to do then is set your resolution on the render to 2.7K. I use Filmora Wondershare as my video editor. It's incredibly simple, really user friendly, and it's got some pretty good features, far better than you get on the free stuff from Microsoft or from GoPro. And I'd say it compares in a lot of ways to the more expensive stuff, but it's only like $30 or something like that. I'll put a link to that in the description below if that is of interest to you. It's far more user friendly than the professional stuff. I think the professional stuff is overly complicated. There's no real justification for them being so difficult to use, other than to make it look like the people that edit those videos are editing gods, which they are, far better than me. So select your 2.7K resolution and then set it off to render. Now it will make the file a bit bigger than you're possibly used to with your 1080 stuff, and that's just one of those things you're going to have to deal with, and it will beast your PC potentially. If your PC struggles with doing it, your 1080 stuff, it's going to really struggle possibly doing the 2.7K stuff. But you're still only putting into it 1080 resolution, you're not giving it any extra work out of that side of things, so it shouldn't really make a massive difference to your PC until it comes down to actually the file size and whether it can handle that. And that's your job really, as the editing side of things done. Once your file is all complete, all you then need to do is stick it on the tube of views, and let their codecs do their wizardry magic. And hopefully, although it will take a bit longer to go up there, once it's up there and fully rendered in, it will look all shiny and pretty, just like the professionals. And that's actually a very true fact. I like the very true facts. The larger YouTubers, they all get the 2.7K and 4K codec automatically on their 1080p videos. So that's why their videos always look so much nicer than ours. They're cheating, but YouTube is helping them do it. Whereas you're having to do that little bit of help yourself in this, just to make it work best for you. Anyhow, I hope you found this useful, helpful, entertaining and informative. And I hope YouTube doesn't have a hissy fit that we all start rendering our videos at 2.7K. Now I also like to think that if you can, you've got the memory card capacity for it and the battery space for it, then you may as well do the 2.7K videos, or even 4K if your cameras are up to it and your PC is up to editing all that stuff. Otherwise, I guess you just have to stick with the 1080 and use this fudge, this workaround, to get your awesome content out there looking as pretty as it needs to be, to keep people glued to your screen. Anyhow, I'm about to hit town, so you ride safe, take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.
Keep that rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.